Welcome, my dear guests. My name is Bloodshocking and I'm finally back. Well, the thing is that I kind of. Great, I have to move. Wait, wait. Okay, hopefully this is good enough. Perfect. Yes, there were certain problems. I kind of lost the rhythm, and I almost every time I tried to record something or I wanted to record something, I felt extremely tired, and I ended up doing nothing. So I decided that I will start recording again at my own pace. Well, not really, but I've decided that I'm going to record every Saturday night. I will set an alarm on my phone for every Saturday with the title Do Your Job. So hopefully it will work. Now, first of all, I wanted to play something on the internet, but unfortunately OBS doesn't respond for some reason. It doesn't show anything so on my internet browser, so I had to find a game on Steam, and this one seemed quite interesting. Well, I know a few things about it. This game is based on the spoon theory by Christine Miserandino. Her name almost spells miserable. I don't want to imply anything bad about that person. I'm sure she's a wonderful person, but maybe she studied how people become miserable. If you have any related health concerns, please see a doctor. See, if you're feeling miserable, see a doctor. I'm going to check later that spoon theory because I don't know what's about. But let us start playing. Let's see if I can do voices. So, all of your blood tests have come back. You really couldn't find anything? But why do I feel so tired all the time? Oh, believe me, I know how that feels. Well, I have a slight idea, I suppose. At least we have eliminated what it could be. I suppose. Maybe it's all in my head. Or maybe I'm just lazy. Feeling defeated, Robin decides to spend a long weekend at home in order to recover some energy. This is her weekend. Okay, see, you have to do things. Let's see. Take a shower, make something to eat, read a book. Yes, so it's all about doing things throughout the day. First of all, let's feed the bird. Yes, and this shows how tired we are. We are. Let's see. Let's make something to eat. Okay. We'll have to wash the dishes or maybe leave them a bit because okay, so wash the dishes would be like this. I won't do any work. It's my weekend, so yeah. Hmm. Let's wash the dishes. Yes, you have to manage all of this. So yeah, you can do anything else. So you go to bed. So yes, you looked over at your unwatered plants. You shouldn't forget to tend to them this weekend. You sighed. It's been a while since you did some fun navigation on social media. You feel filthy. You were too tired to shower and it feels gross. You glance upon your backlog of books. Someday you'll get around to reading them. You felt very guilty you didn't do any work on your novel. You woke up feeling even more exhausted than usual. Ah, says, from what I know about it. Hey Jay. Hey Robin, having a nice weekend? I suppose I'm trying. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, what's up? I want free tickets to the movies. Want to come? It sounds pretty tiring, but I miss Jay. Okay, of course, been wanting to hang out. Awesome, meet you at the usual spot? Yep, so see you soon. See ya. At least a movie could be relaxing. Oh, that was a lot. I can do only one thing. I have to feed the bird. Well, the animal needs to be fed, you know. At least that. Your stomach rumbling kept you awake. Although exhausted, you had to make a sandwich in the night. You looked over at your unwatered plants. You shouldn't forget to tend to them. You sighed. It's been a while since you did some fun. Good thing no one's visiting. It was a tiring day still. First of all, I'm going to take. I'm already tired. Wow. Okay. So first, I'm taking a shower. I'm going to water the plants. I'm going to eat. And I have to go to sleep. Robin chirps in disdain at you. You didn't tend to her. She sounds upset. Well, I'm sorry, but I fed you until now. You can wait at least a day. The foul smell of unwashed dishes kept you awake. You'll have to do them soon. You sighed. It's been a while since you did some fun navigating on social media. Your dirty clothes are piling up. Good thing no one's visiting. You glance upon your backlog of books. Someday you'll get around to reading them. And just like that, the weekend's over. Oh, come on, that was all. Come on. Robin had a ton of fun this weekend, but it ignored her responsibilities. The week ahead is going to be harder because of it. Hopefully, she can manage. Yeah, so from what I understand, this game is about. I don't remember the exact terminology, but about the fact that some people feel tired all the time. It's let's check this spoon theory. I don't know if yeah my program records only the. My best friend and I were in the dinner, talking as usual. It was very late and we were eating French fries with gravy. Like normal girls our age, we spent a lot of time in the dinner while in college. And most of the time, we spent talking about boys, music, or trivial things that seemed very important at the time. We never got serious about anything in particular and spent most of our time laughing. As I went to take some of my medicine with a snack as I usually did, she watched me with an awkward kind of stare instead of continuing the conversation. She then asked me out of the blue what it felt like to have lupus. Lupus? Is this how you pronounce it? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. And be sick. I was shocked not only because she asked the random question, but also because sorry. I assumed she knew all there was to know about lupus. She came to doctors with me, she saw me walk with a cane and throw up in the bathroom. She had seen me cry in pain. What else was there to know? Wait, this was about lupus? No, I don't think this was about lupus. I thought this was about some chronic fatigue or however it was called. I don't even know. I'm not even sure what lupus is, but I thought it was some kind of uh, fatal disease. As far as I knew, I really have to keep up with my studies on plagues, diseases, and so on. I started to ramble on about pills and aches and pains, but she kept pursuing and didn't seem satisfied with my answers. I was a little surprised, as being my roommate in college and friend for years. I thought she already knew the medical definition of lupus. Then she looked at me with a face every sick person knows well, the face of pure curiosity about something no one healthy can truly understand. She asked what it felt like, not physically, but what it felt like to be me, to be sick. As I tried to gain my composure, I glanced around the table for help or guidance, or at least stall for time to think. I was trying to find the right words. How do I answer a question I never was able to answer for myself? How do I explain every detail of every day being if affected and give the emotions a sick person goes through with clarity? I could have given up, cracked a joke like I usually do, and changed the subject, but I remember thinking, if I don't try to explain this, how could I ever expect her to understand? If I can't explain this to my best friend, how could I explain my world to anyone else? I had to at least try. At that moment, the spoon theory was born. I quickly grabbed every spoon on the table. Hell, I grabbed spoons off the other tables. I looked at her in the eyes and said, "Here you go, you have lupus." She looked at me, slightly confused, as anyone would when they are being handed a bouquet of spoons. The cold metal spoons clanked in my hands as I grabbed them together and shoved them into her hands. Explained that the difference in being sick and being healthy is having to make choices or to constantly think about things when the rest of the world doesn't have to. The healthy have the luxury of a life without choices, a gift most people take for granted. Most people start the day with unlimited amount of possibilities and energy to do whatever they desire. So I suppose it's not just about a certain disease. This is, I said that it was something about Again, I don't know if it's chronic fatigue or however you call it, about that feeling of always being tired. I thought it was some kind of affliction or something like this, but I think it may be about afflictions in general. Most people start the day with unlimited amount of possibilities and energy to do whatever they desire, especially young people. For the most part, they do not need to worry about the effects of their actions. So for my explanation, I used spoons to convey this point. I wanted something for her to actually hold, for me to then take away, since most people who get sick feel a loss of a life they once knew. If I was in control of taking away the spoons, then she would know what it feels like to have someone or something else, in this case, Lupus, being in control. She grabbed the spoons with excitement. She didn't understand what I was doing, but she is always up for a good time. So I guess, though I was cracking a joke of some kind like I usually do when talking about touchy topics, little did she know how serious I would become. Please forgive me, my dear guests. I really needed some water. I have a rule of not drinking or eating while recording, but unfortunately, this is an emergency. I really had to drink something, otherwise, I would keep messing up everything. Yes, so the problem is that the text is quite long. I don't want this video to drag on for too long, but yes, I suppose the idea is that when you have some kind of affliction, you always have to make choices, and the problem is that you lose a lot with those choices. Uh, yeah, so the thing is that whatever you do, it's not always good enough, so to speak. You always have to make choices, decisions. But you miss out on many other things. As you saw in my playthrough, I actually tried to do different things. Well, I tried doing some basic things, some things that are absolutely necessary, like eating, for example. Um, yes, like eating or feeding your pet. I try to mix things up a little if possible. Well, I don't think I did such a good job. But yes, it was also I can have a good schedule, so I can, how should I say, be able to do everything, but not at the same time, at my own pace. But unfortunately, it didn't really work that well. So yes, it's very difficult. So in her case, what I told you about that problem with feeling tired all the time, uh, I'm pretty sure, at least I heard that it's a certain kind of affliction. Uh, I was surprised to see that the story related to this game was actually about lupus, and I'll have to see what lupus is all about. Well, I'm actually a bit surprised, and there is a deeper meaning behind this game than it might show to some people. I liked it. It's nice, short, free. I'll leave the link to the game in the description if you want to read the story that I started to narrate, but then I gave up. Then feel free to read it because I'll try to post the link to it in the description, so you won't have to download the game if you don't want to. But it sounded like an interesting story. Well, thank you for your attention, my dear guests. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'll be watching you. Seriously, I'm trying to record something every week. I'm trying to create a new schedule. I'm not sure if I'll succeed from my first try, but I'll keep trying.